Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video. I'm going to be giving you my update in my rolling Project 10 pan. I believe this is update number 7 on the year. I do have 2 products that I will be rolling out or that I decluttered during my declutter series, which if you missed, I'll leave that linked in the description box down below. So there are 2 products that we will be replacing today. My Rose Ink Concealer I decided to declutter, as well as my Kosas Lipstick. So I have 2 replacements for that, as well as my progress and update on everything else. So if you're interested, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project planning content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love for you to consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Alright you guys, I will note I do have my Invisalign trays in, so if I'm sounding a little bit lispy, that is why. I should have been done with Invisalign by now, but I'm the worst at wearing my trays, so I'm trying to be better so I can just be done. Okay, we can start with my Rowan 75 degrees quad. I just kind of wanted to track my progress on this year. I didn't want to commit to a full pan that palette, but I thought it would be kind of fun to see how much work we could do with my Rowan 75 degrees quad. I will say I haven't reached for this as much as I had anticipated I would this year, but I think I have learned that this is my least favorite of the Rowan quads, and so that could be a part of it. If I had had my Rowan 1111 quad, I think I would have reached for it more. That's not to say I don't like this palette. I really do, and I actually do have a new pan to share with you guys. So I now have 2 pans in this quad, which makes me really happy. I feel like I'm so close to pan in this shade down here, but this is my least reached for shade. But I think by the end of the year I absolutely could have at least at bare minimum a pan in all of these shades, which would be really exciting. So as of the last update, I had reached for this 26 times, and I did reach for it an additional 5 times this last month, which seems to be my average. I seem to reach for it about 5 times a month. The beginning of the year was a little bit less, but I'm currently at 31 total uses on this quad. Again, a little bit disappointing considering we are over halfway through the year, but hoping to get a lot of use out of this in the fall time. I will kind of go shade for shade. So this shade up here, I reached for 3 times this past month, putting me at 19 total uses. This is my first pan in the palette. This shade right here, the newest pan to the palette, I reached for 4 times since the last update, and I'm at 20 total uses on this shade right here. I reached for this shade down here 2 total times, putting me at 11 total uses, and then I did not reach for this shade at all, and I'm only at 4 uses on this shade right here. So that is where we're at with this quad. I'm hoping next update I can have, my goal is to have a pan on this shade right here. That would be really exciting. If by the end of the year I just had a pan on every single shade, I would be really excited about that. And regardless, it makes me happy to already see half of this quad has pans. I love the Rowan quads, but like I said, I think this is my least favorite of the 3. That's where this one stands. Another product I don't feel like I have great progress on, I feel like I have a hair in my face and it's annoying me, is my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Ritz. I did repress this a couple of months ago, and this is what this is currently looking like. I feel like I only reached for this 1 or 2 times since the last update, so definitely not enough to make significant progress. And I will say I'm becoming a little bit concerned I'm not going to finish this by the end of the year. Even though I've repressed it, these Colourpop Super Shock Shadows really do take more time than you would anticipate. So we'll see what happens with this one. My goal still is to complete it. I really hope I'm able to do that, but I'm growing less confident by the day. All right, next up, we can talk about this product right here. This is the Nabla Angel Radiant Plumping Serum Primer. I rolled this in. This is one of the products I want to complete, or I put on my plan to pan list this year. And last update, I couldn't make any new line marking, but I'm very happy to say this month I can make a new line marking. So I am just I have just over half of this left to use up. I mostly use this on my chest and neck. I don't love this one on my face. It just feels a little bit heavy, a little bit greasy, a little bit sticky, a little bit distracting, and it's just not my favorite on the face, but it does give this really beautiful kind of wet glow on the skin. It is sticky, so I really only wear it if I'm going down to the pool, because otherwise it does get on my clothes. Definitely not something I personally would repurchase or really recommend, but because I paid money for it, I am trying to find ways to use it to completion. So I am hoping to make good progress on this in August, just because I feel like if I don't make progress on it in August, I'm not going to be wearing it on my face much, if at all. So we need to figure this one out. All right, then I have my Merit blush stick. This is in the shade Beverly Hills. I rolled this in a couple months ago. This is also on my list of things that I want to pan in 2024. I am hoping I took pictures. I recently got a new computer because my old computer was just like not it anymore, and I feel like I lost some of my pictures. But if I do have a picture, I will share it. I'm definitely like wearing away the dome, and as I've said before, I'm really curious to see like how far into the component the actual product goes, or like once you're flush with the packaging, is that really it for the product? I do think this is a really beautiful, just very natural blush shade. You really can sheer this one out to be really just kind of like a pinched cheek effect, and I think it's so pretty. I wear this just about every day that I'm doing minimal makeup, and I really have fallen in love with the Merit blush stick this year for like those no makeup makeups. It's not going to be the most pigmented blush formula, but for something a little bit more sheer and just like a beautiful like natural glow, I really like the Merit blush sticks. I also have my Becca Chrissy Teigen Glow Gloss, and over the course of the year, we've definitely made some progress. This was my marking from last month, and as I like scrape at the sides, I definitely feel like the product is settled maybe like right about here, but because of all the product coating the walls, we do still have a lot of this to go. I think this is a really beautiful gloss. I actually have this gloss over a Glossier lip liner, as well as my YSL lip stain in the shade 23 that's on my lips today. And I also like this as a nude gloss. I think it's really beautiful. It's definitely not my favorite gloss formula. Not that you could get this anymore if you wanted to, but I do love the shade, and the gloss formula is fine. And in fact, if this was still available, I maybe would purchase this specifically because I really do love this shade. Regardless, my goal is to finish this up. I am confident I will, but I do think it will take me through most of the rest of the year, just because this is like the gloss that never stops. I have finished one other Becca gloss in the past, and it took me forever. So that's where we sit with that. Next up, I have my Nars Laguna Bronzer, and I gave myself not a completion goal with this, but I gave myself a goal to hit a pan. I did drop my bronzer, and the product kind of shifted when I dropped it. If you can see, this is what this is looking like. As I like look at the product, obviously I can see there's like there's a it's thick. It is thick. I feel like I wore this at least 8 times this past month. Like I was wearing this quite a bit. I really enjoy this bronzer. I think it's very beautiful. It's definitely more pigmented than a lot of my other cream bronzers. So if I'm wanting to underpaint where it actually like comes through pretty significantly, or there have been moments where I'm definitely more tan than I am now this past month. So I was reaching for this a lot, but I don't feel like I've made significant progress. I mean, a little bit goes a long way with this. I'll be curious to look at hopefully the pictures with this one as well. I don't know that we can hit a pan on this by the end of the year, but we're certainly gonna try. All right, and then the last 2 products I rolled in last update. So up first I have, my Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blur Smooth Tint Stick. You guys told me in the comments below that this product actually, once you get it flush with the packaging, you can roll it all the way up, which is so nice. So this is how much product I have with it rolled all the way up and out of the packaging. There's still quite a bit left. I should never have done that. Okay, hold on. It looks like I can still plop it back in. Okay. Whoopsies. Anyway, this is where we would sit before we like push it all the way out. So I guess I'll be curious to see, again, if I have the pictures to show, how much I've used up of this. I think I only reached for this maybe 3 or 4 times. I do actually have this as my foundation today. I was much more tan quite a bit of this month from the actual sun rays as well as self tan than I am right now, and this is definitely more, this is a lighter shade for me, but I am confident I can finish this before the end of the year, and it was one of the foundations in my collection that I felt like I had a better chance of finishing, which is why I put it in this project. So it'll be interesting to track my progress the rest of the year, but goal is to finish this up, and I still feel confident that I can do that. And then finally, I rolled in my Rose Inc Opalescent highlighter last month, and I already had a pan on this. I have reached for this a couple times, but I don't, we'll have to reference the pictures. I'm hoping that we've seen a little bit of a pan expansion. I just wanted to see if I could finish this product this year. I wasn't certain I can do that. I still am like, I probably don't think I can. But with rose ink products, I find that they dry out pretty quickly. And oftentimes you have to kind of like run your hand over the product to kind of like warm it up again. So I want to get use out of this before it like truly does fully dry up. And it is a really beautiful pink highlighter, which we know I love a pink highlight. Like, it is so pretty. I personally would recommend this, even though I do feel like it dries out quickly. I have had this for maybe still 2 years at this point, so it definitely is expired, but I don't get any sort of like adverse reaction. I would definitely recommend this if you like a pink highlighter. It is definitely more of like a cool toned pink, but it really gives this like wet feel to the cheeks, and I just think it's absolutely stunning. So still working on this. And that brings me to the 2 products I'm going to be rolling in to replace the 2 products that I decluttered. So to replace my Rose Ink Concealer, I'm going to be rolling in my NYX Born to Glow Concealer. I am almost done with this. This is the concealer I've kind of been using every single day. So I just wanted to put it in the project to not make me feel guilty about ignoring the rest of my other concealers. And this is the oldest concealer in my collection, I believe. Either that or the LYS. Anyway, I am right about here or possibly even lower. We really are getting down there. I will say this is not my favorite concealer in my collection. It is more like light medium coverage, which is fine. But I just feel like it kind of makes my under eyes look a little bit dry, which is something that I've become a little bit more self-conscious of over the last year and a half. So I'll be excited to finish this up and move this out of my collection. I'm sure I can finish this before the end of the year. So that is the goal there. And then rather than rolling in a lipstick, I wanted to roll in my Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment because I want to give myself the excuse to use this. And with the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatments, if you consistently use these, they go really, really quickly. Now this is kind of like a nude sort of shade. And I've mentioned before, Fresh has reformulated, and I don't find that their new formulation is as hydrating or like emollient on the lips, and it's just not a favorite. So I want to use this up so that I can have a lip balm empty. And I honestly think with a little bit of effort, like if I bring this, I'm going to Chicago this month, I'm going up north again, I'm going to Okoboji, Iowa. In fact, the day you're seeing this is, a day before I leave actually. I'm going to Okoboji, Iowa for like a little cabin getaway, which I'm really excited about. So if I just bring this traveling with me, I actually have a feeling this will be an empty next update. So that is going to be my goal with this. And after that, that is going to wrap up and conclude this update for my Rolling Project 10 pan. Definitely more of a short and sweet update. I don't have any like exciting empties to share, but hopefully next month this will be an empty, and hopefully next month I'll have a new pan in my Rowan quad. Aside from that, I don't think there'll be any other empties, but that is it for today's update. As always, I would love to know what product you've recently finished off, hit a pan on, or even decluttered. Let a girl know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.